I believe in a sound mind and a sound body and a spirit that is not afraid, and in clean sports that develop these qualities. I believe in obedience to law because it protects the rights of all. I believe in the human touch, which cultivates sympathy with my fellow man and mutual helpfulness and brings happiness for all.
Hi, my name is Messiah Williams, and I'm an interdisciplinary studies major at Auburn University. And I'm also a member of Emerge Team 7, and I was born and raised in Camp Hill, Alabama.
Camp Hill is a town of about 900 people located about 20 miles away from Auburn University. Growing up in a rural community, things weren't always easy because things simply weren't available to us. Yet we always found strength in each other, especially at Edward Bell Gymnasium.
It mean to you?
It means a lot. Growing up in elementary school, we had a lot of little pickup games in here, a lot of class tournaments that I can remember. And not too long ago, we had a whole city tournament in this gym. It still meant a lot to everybody in the community too.
They are likely feeling this way because Edward Bell Gymnasium was once part of Edward Bell High School until its untimely closing after the 2010-2011 school year. Since then, the gym that was once a stomping ground for the mighty bears of EBHS and is still loved and adored by so many has been dormant until permission was given to the town of Camp Hill that made the facilities available. After its reopening, it was shown that the gym was in need of much tender loving care, something that is readily available in the community. However, some of the care that is necessary needs to be purchased, which has posed a problem for a town in which 1 out of every 3 people is living under the poverty line, according to the U.S. Census.
I get paid $0.00. What is it missing? It needs some repair work, lights, scoreboard, repair the roof leaks. We don't have any balls. It needs to be brought back to life.
As shown in these photos, there are many things that need to be done in order to restore Edward Bell to its former glory. These things aren't easy to do. Yet as leaders of Auburn and of Emerge, we strive to protect our creed, as it states that we believe in a sound body and a spirit that is not afraid. In clean sports that develop these, we also believe in the human touch, which cultivates sympathy with our fellow men and mutual helpfulness and brings happiness for us all.
Hi, my name is Beth Ann Burford, and I'm a member of Emerge Team 7. Our SOAR project for the year is renovating the Camp Hill Community Gym. We plan for our SOAR project to bring the Camp Hill community closer by allowing them to participate in the remodeling of the gym, and once open, allowing them to participate in fun games in the gym.
In conjunction with our plans, we have received widespread community support, especially from a Camp Hill legend, Mr. Frank G. Holly. Mr. Frank Holly is a retired educator, including roles as principal, teacher, coach, and even bus driver. He was also the mayor and has served the Camp Hill community for decades and has influenced countless amounts of residents, including me.
First of all, I attended Edward Bell School. I graduated from Edward Bell High School in 1956. And it was the stepping stone for my building a foundation to go to college. Edward Bell High School was the first high school for black people in Tallahassee County. And it was that way for a long time. Anyone else in Tallahassee County black that wanted to get a high school diploma, they had to travel to Edward Bell School in Camp Hill. When I finished college, I came back and I was employed by the Tallahassee County Board of Education, which provided me with a livelihood. I didn't become a millionaire, but I made a living. So it just has a profound impact on what I have done in my life. I worked as a teacher, coach, bus driver, principal, in other areas dealing with the school. Some of the things that I implemented while I was involved with the school and the mayor of Camp Hill, I got a grant that put the gymnasium on a sanitary sewer system where it was on a septic tank system. We had trouble with it all the time, sewer backing up into the building. we corrected that. Not only we got the gym on a sanitary sewer system, but the anti-school plant. We also enlarged the lobby of the gym by 100%, which made it more convenient for people to move around at games and make use of the concession stand. We enlarged the parking area on the outside. We installed security lights in front and in the rear of the gym and the main building. I was trying to think of something else. So we not only enlarged the parking lot, but we got the parking lot paved for the first time. Prior to that, it was all dirt, and when it would rain, it would be muddy. We would be tracking mud and in and out of the gym and this kind of stuff. So the gym, actually, the name of the gym is T.C. Smith Gymnasium. It was named after a former coach that coached at Everbell for about 30 years.
In closing, I would just like to leave you with thoughts of how this gym would affect the community from the words of different residents, ages, economic classes, and experiences conjoined by the love of Edward Bell. Emerge Team Group 7 sees it as not only beneficial, but also vital that we provide the stepping stones to influence change and positivity in the Camp Hill community. If you would like to learn a bit more about Edward Bell, please stay tuned for after the credits. But this has been our SOAR project. Thanks for watching, and War Eagle.
Hey, you better feel
A renovated gym will attract more people, and we can hold bigger events here to bring more income into the town. Because with the tar and everything dripping out the ceiling, it's kind of hard to host like big events here where you can really make money.
More children would be motivated to come out of curiosity. It would be a highlight of the community. They'd be more apt to come because it would be something new. The environment would be uplifted. Beautification. Right now the gym is drab, it's dreary, needs a lot of repair. And it'll bring some life back into the town.
Why do you think the gym means so much to the community?
First of all, Camp Hill is very low in recreation opportunity. And the gymnasium can be converted into a rec center to provide recreation for the young people, for everyone, matter of fact, because we don't have a local baseball team, softball team, no recreation whatsoever, not organized recreation. So if the gymnasium can be refurbished and cleaned up and made it a decent place for people to go to appreciate, it would mean a whole lot for the recreation opportunities for the citizens of Camp Hill.
What does the gym symbolize to the people of Camp Hill?
Really, it symbolizes an opportunity for young people to be able to participate in some form of recreation. Not only basketball, other activities can take place as well. So I think it would be, it symbolizes an opportunity for the citizens of Camp Hill to get extra contact and opportunity to develop culturally, mentally, physically, and otherwise.
I believe that this is a practical world and that I can count only on what I earn. Therefore, I believe in work, hard work. I believe in education, which gives me the knowledge to work wisely and trains my mind and my hands to work skillfully. I believe in honesty and truthfulness, without which I cannot win the respect and confidence of my fellow men. I believe in a sound mind and a sound body and a spirit that is not afraid, and in clean sports that develop these qualities. I believe in obedience to law because it protects the rights of all. I believe in the human touch which cultivates sympathy with my fellow man and mutual helpfulness and brings happiness for all. I believe in my country because it is a land of freedom and because it is my home, and that I can best serve that country by doing justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly with my God. And because Auburn men and women believe these things, I believe in Auburn and love it.
At the end of the Civil War, the white South had no intention of educating the freed slaves for obvious reasons. Because their investment in slaves was their number one industry. And your number one industry in the South back then was the cotton field. Booker T. Washington, who was a former slave, attended and graduated from Hampton University in Virginia. And he knew about the Black Belt, this part of the country. And he knew there was about 4 times as many freed slaves as there were white people. No school was being built to try to help educate the freed slaves in the South. So he met Julius Rosenwald, who was the CEO and part owner of Sears and Roebuck. If I have my dates and figures correct, in 1912, when they first met and got started, Rosenwald gave Booker T. Washington, who had started up Tuskegee University, $25 million to use as he saw fit to help build Tuskegee up. That was a lot of money in 1912. So Booker T. Washington came up with the idea of not only educating people in Tuskegee, but all over the South, from Maryland to Texas. So he got with Julius Rosenwald and sold him on the idea about building community schools in the South. Put the schools where the people, not having the people go to the school. And as a result of that, they built, I think, over 5,000 schools for black children in the South.
And these schools were called Rosenwald schools.
Rosenwald schools, right. Edward Bell was a Rosenwald school. So in about 1928, I believe, that's when the original Tallapoosa County Training School, which would eventually become Edward Bell High School, was built. And there was only 6 classrooms. Even after it became a high school, there was only 6 classrooms and had 2 grades per classroom, 1st and 2nd grade, 3rd and 4th grade, and so on. No transportation to and from school. Children had to walk 5 or 6 miles to school.
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't this school's growth dependent upon the community buying into that school and then really embracing it?
Repeat that now.
Wasn't the school's success and growth later on really built upon the community really embracing that school?
Yes. No, what really happened, to get the school built, Rosenwald, the plan of Booker T. Washington, Rosenwald, will go to communities, tell them what they had, and say, if you all want a school, which I know you do, everybody want a school, everybody want to learn how to read and write. And so the deal was that the community would come up with 1/3 of the cost of building the school. Rosenwald will put in 1/3, provided that the local Board of Education would put in 1/3. Also, with the commitment that the Board of Education would maintain the school. And so this is how the Tallahassee County Training School got built in the first place.